Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. U.S. elections have guaranteed outcomes, and so do government climate forecasts. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicted a very hot April for almost all of the United States. April started out warm and it finished warm, but the middle 3 weeks of the month were very cold across much of the country. And yesterday NOAA reported that April was a warm month. I just lived through the miserably cold and snowy April we just had, and I'm not convinced. The actual NOAA thermometer data shows that April 2021 was well below normal temperature. The warmest April was in 1915, and there's been a slight long-term cooling trend in April temperatures. And over the last 20 years, April temperatures in the United States have plummeted. This graph shows April nighttime temperatures, which were nearly 1 degree below normal this year. The percent of days above 70 degrees Fahrenheit during April was below normal, as it has been in all recent years. The percent of cold nights below 30 degrees Fahrenheit was well above normal. Over the past 20 years, the likelihood of cold nights during April has greatly increased. Now let's look at how NOAA turned a cold April into a warm one. This is the actual measured thermometer data, and this is what they report to the public. Measured, reported. There's no actual warming trend, but after they tamper with the data, they create one. This graph shows the alterations which NOAA makes to April temperature data. Years before 1960 are cooled about 1 degree Fahrenheit, and years after 1960 are warmed in a hockey stick of data tampering. This graph plots the same thing, except it uses CO2 along the x-axis instead of time. Their CO2 warming theory is failing, so what NOAA is doing is they're altering the temperature data to match their theory. During February, NOAA had a very bad embarrassment. They predicted a warm February, and it ended up being one of the coldest on record. The Biden administration doesn't want that to happen again, so they fired everyone who might actually tell the truth about what's going on with government climate science. The New York Times reported that the EPA administrator fired dozens of independent scientific advisors, and now they say they have a balanced group of experts. What they mean by balanced is that they have a group of people who will support the administration's agenda. This is the same thing which Biden did the last time he was in the White House. The Obama-Biden administration threatened and/or purged any scientist who might want to tell the truth. The great American physicist Richard Feynman said, "Reality must take precedence over public relations, for nature will not be fooled." Toto sees heavy snow falling outside his window again this morning. Toto isn't fooled. You can visit him in Kyrie on the web at RealClimateScience.com.